welcome to my channel. Today I have a process video from a pocket page kit for you. As you can see, I already started it. Last Wednesday I did a live video in the subscribers group by Document Live Stories. I'm one of the moderators with Michelle and Chantal, and every other week we do a live video over there, and every week we do a live video in the public group. Because I made a double spread, I didn't have time to finish my layout Wednesday night, so I promised to film me me making the other half. So here it is. I used some Versa Magic to create my background. I added a little water to make it like a watercolor and add some colors to the white cards. I also used stamps to make the cards a little bit more interesting. That was one of the challenges I got by one of the subscribers, because some think the cards are a little bit too white, so how to add more color to it. This was one of my ideas. Here you can see I made a cluster with some thread. I love using thread on a layout because it has a different texture, just like washi tape, what I use here. It gives a little bit more interesting look to your layout. I love adding my faux stitching lines as well. That makes the embellishment pop a little bit more. Here you can see I just add two things to this card, some washi tape and a banner, but I will finish off my pages with some enamel dots on the end. I do that in the end so I can see where I missed something and how I can place them. So I will make sure that they're not only at the bottom of the page or layout, but spread around. With making clusters, 3 is always a good number. I will start making my title card, and the title card already was made up with the journal spot and a little bit flowers, a little bit plus signs. I just added some of the Versa Magic as well to blend it to get the things that I used in other cards on here as well. And I'm adding my title, DLS Event 2018. Last weekend the DLS event was, and I am scrapping the weekend. Well, actually one day. I was there 3 days total, but 2 days I was a teacher and I didn't make any pictures, and the last day I was there as a participant and I did take pictures. So that's what the layout is about. In my title card I try and use all the things I use across my layout. So here you can see I used the cutout vellum, I used the Versa Magic, I used the thread, I used some washi, I used the tiny word stickers, or phrase stickers actually, they're not just words. And I will use this banner piece as well. I cut off the white strip and then I add it on top of the box. It's something I use throughout the layout as well. So yeah, the only thing I didn't use were the circles I use in my layout, because the card was already filled with a lot of things. So yeah. The one layout on the left I'm using is a design with 2 4x6 vertical cards, 2 4x6 horizontal cards, and 2 3x4 vertical cards. And there is a 2-inch strip on the side, and I use my vellum for that strip. And a way to incorporate the vellum in my layout was to cut out the golden leaves from the vellum. So you see me use that as well. The other layout I'm using has 3 4x4 cards and 3 3x4 vertical cards. So I picked 2 of the page protectors, which I don't use that often, but I like to mix it up in my album. In this cluster, I let the label run off the page. It gives it a little bit more interesting as well, and I cut off the circles and tuck them underneath. So yeah, if you're a subscriber to Document Life Stories, one of the kids, then you can watch the first part of the video in the group on Facebook. If you're not, you just have to do it with this part. If you're interested in one of the kits, look down below in the description box. I have a code which you can use for a free stamp with your subscription. This is almost my last card to do. I am gonna add a little embellishment to my vellum as well, and I have to add my journaling. For this cluster, you can see I use some washi, I use a label, I use circle, I use a piece of vellum, I use a tiny word strip, and my faux stitching line. So I try and use all the embellishments in multiple places. Last, I will also add some enamel dots on this card. So I try and put them good for you, and I'm gonna make the cluster on top of my vellum. I think you might have a question about that, because of course vellum is see-through, so what will I do at the other page, at the back of this page protector? I'm not sure because I didn't make it yet, but I have thought about it, and I think I will leave the strip of vellum, just the back, and I will add a little cluster on there as well in the same spot, so you won't see it go through, but I'm not sure. Something like that, probably. Here I also used a thread, some circles, some washi, and a word strip. I will use my typewriter to. I was thinking, am I gonna do the enamel dots first or not? No. First I did my typewriting, my journaling. I put it on a piece of white cardstock, also by DLS Design. I love the smooth cardstock. I just cut them with my paper trimmer or guillotine, and then I will glue them down on the card on the right page. I like it when I put the journaling on some white strips, better than journaling straight on my card. It gives it a little bit more interest. But I also do it right on the card, so yeah, it both works. You can just put the card in your typewriter and do it like that as well. Cutting them down, gluing them down, and last but not least, I will go through my layout and add some enamel dots in different spots. In the end of this video, you will see the layouts separately in close-up, and at the very end, you will see me. You will see the whole spread. So for now, I really want to thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, do so, because I am right now at 715 subscribers, but when I reach the 750, I will do a giveaway. So make sure to subscribe, and thank you for watching. Hope to see you soon. Bye!